Hi, it's Paris from EpicReviewGuys. It's February here in Central Texas, which means next month it's time to start on our garden, squirrels and birds permitting. So this year we've decided to try out this Chia chef's garden. This will let us get our plants started indoors in the windowsill now, and hopefully they'll be big enough by next month that when we put them out in the garden, the neighborhood nibblers won't think we've put out a buffet.
EpicReviewGuys.
This Chef's Garden starter kit is from the company Chia. You've probably seen their TV ads for Chia Pets, what they're most famous for. Comes with everything you need to get started, and they give you several variety of seed packs to choose from what you'd like to start growing in your windowsill. I got this for about $15 over at Walgreens, but I've seen online they have it for much less, so I'll put a link to that down below this video if you'd like to check it out. Just to be clear, this is a starter kit, so the plants can't grow to full size in the small pots that come with this. After 6 weeks, 8 weeks or so, you will have to transplant them either into the garden out in the backyard, or if you do your gardening in larger pots, you'll transplant them at that time into those pots outdoors. I will at that time show you a follow-up video of what my plants look like and also how to transition them into your garden. Here's what comes in the package. You get 3 clay pots. They are actual clay, fairly heavy, made in China. You have 3 clay saucers with little plastic liners. I'll come back to this in a minute. They give you 4 seed packs, which seems a little weird considering there are 3 pots, but I guess the idea is you can not grow the one that you like least. So pick your 3 favorites and grow that. Not a lot of seeds in the pack. They all have 15 except for the basil, which has 50, but you're going to thin that down anyway. Then there's what turns into the soil. These compressed tablets of various things, including worm castings, which that means worm poop. You add water to these, they puff up, you kind of crumple them, and then that's going to be the growing medium for the seeds. And they give you brief but pretty thorough instructions. Here are my 3 soil tabs. Supposed to add a ½ cup of water for each tab. So I've got 1 cup here. Another ½ cup. Ooh, they're fluffing big and fast now. They're like those kids' toys, the little sponges you put into the bathtub, and they soak up the water and get to be 50 times their own size. Worm castings. Time to put them in the pots. They do tell you to leave out some of the soil to use to cover the seeds once you've put the seeds on top, about a tablespoon for each of the pots. Okay, I have my pots mostly filled with soil, and I left just enough to cover the seeds. Time to put the seeds in. Here are the seed packs you get to choose between. We have sweet basil, tomato, California Wonder sweet pepper, and here on the end, the jalapeno hot pepper. So you get to pick 3 of these. I'm going to start with the jalapeno. We've grown jalapeno before, and the animals actually left them alone, presumably because of the spiciness. Unfortunately, the drought killed them off, but at least the birds and squirrels won't eat them. I think there may be a few more than 15 jalapeno plant seeds here, but that's how many they give you in the package. I'm going to sprinkle them lightly on the top of this soil, all around. Seems like actually quite a few for such a small pot, but you do narrow it down to just 3 plants after they get growing, and ultimately I think with the jalapeno you end up keeping just the best one. Time to add the soil on top of this. So I've added that tablespoonful of soil, just spread it around a little, didn't tamp it down at all, so the seeds are just under that and the soil is just resting lightly on top of them. This pot's ready to go. We've got the saucer for it. They want you to use the liner in there so when you water it, it doesn't drain out all over the place. But I really think this little plastic liner is perfect for going on top of the pot, so I'm going to stick, I think, saran wrap in each of these. I'm going to use the liner as the cover for the pot to hold in the humidity and the warmth. And it just occurred to me, as soon as I do another one of these, I'm going to lose track of what's in each pot, so I'm just going to put a small initial on each of the pots so I'll know what's growing. And the other 2 plants I've decided to try are the tomato and the sweet pepper. These are the tomato seeds and the sweet pepper seeds. Well, I think that's the least messy garden I have ever set up. Somehow I came out of it clean. Now I need to find a warm place for these. They take a week or two before they germinate and you start to see a little plant come up. Once that happens, they need to be in the sun. They recommend 6 hours of direct sunlight a day. So your best spot for these is probably in a south-facing window. If you don't have that, you can try it with east and west. If all you have is north, yeah, you're probably going to be out of luck. That won't be enough light. You'll have to either put them outdoors if it's warm enough or go with a grow lamp. Boy, can you believe it? I put these out here 2 minutes ago and the bird's already saying food. So we've got our Chia's chef garden here in a south-facing window. I think this will do nicely, and it's right off the dining room, so it ought to remind me every day when I see them to come and check for water. They need water perhaps daily, early on. You don't want to overwater, but you also don't want to let it completely dry out. This soil is supposed to have some miracle wonder crystals or something in it that will hold on to the water and release it slowly over time so it doesn't go dry all of a sudden. Again, you can find this for less than $15 online. I've got a link to that down below this video, and I will be back in a few weeks when we have some plants growing, do a follow-up, and see how my garden grows.
Shopping is easy when you know what to buy. At EpicReviewGuys, we give it a try. What does the fox buy? Nobody knows, but before he goes shopping, he watches